Hello everybody, my name is Rafael and this is my channel where I try to provide helpful builds and guides for the Division community along covering other games as well. Today I will show you the best support build I've ever created. I'm not used to playing as a support player, so if you have any corrections or advice on how to make this build even stronger, please feel free to leave a comment down below. This might be the ultimate support build, especially for countdown runs. Legendary runs could be good as well with this build, however, because as you will see later on the video, we're not really that tanky and we cannot really take that damage on us. In legendary missions we will die faster, thus not helping our team that much. So what we have here, this is a 4-piece true Patriot build with the setup backpack, the exotic tardigrade and the exotic Scorpio. The main focus of this build is to provide our group with as much damage buffs as possible, so I've stacked quite a few in there. I will go over all the buffs we offer to our team and then I will talk about every piece and its attributes individually. Starting off, we use Scorpio. Obviously, we want to take advantage of its great talent. Shooting a target applies stacks of venom, which last for 10 seconds. Increasing stacks adds more severe debuffs to the target. 1 stack causes poison, 3 stacks make the enemy disorientated, 6 stacks soak the enemy, and at 7 stacks, the enemy takes an additional 20% damage from all sources. The first 3 debuffs will obviously help us with controlling the enemy in the sense that when he gets disorientated or shocked, he won't be able to shoot back at our teammates. And of course, the 4th debuff helps by increasing the damage output of our group, since we will be able to cause 20% additional damage to that enemy. Moving on to the 2 Patriot, the 4-piece bonus is what we are after. A red, white and blue as it's called helps the team both with its survivability but also with their damage. Every 2 seconds, enemies you shoot receive a stacking debuff of red, white and blue. The red debuff amplifies the enemy's damage taken by 8%, so our team will once again receive a damage buff. The white debuff, shooting the enemy, repairs the attacking agent's armor by 2% once every second, helps our teammates by giving them an easy way to get back some of their lost armor. This is a survivability buff. And the blue debuff decreases the enemy's damage dealt by 8%, so the enemies with the blue debuff will get weakened and hit for less. Once you put all the 3 debuffs on an enemy, you will get the full flag. Enemies that die while under the effect of all 3 debuffs create a 5-meter explosion, dealing damage equal to their total health and armor. True Patriot offers to our teammates both extra damage but also extra survivability by giving them armor repairs as well as reducing enemies' damage. For my backpack, I decided to choose the setup, the named variant of the Usina Getica brand set. The reason for my choice is the talent perfectly opportunistic. Enemies you hit take 15% more damage from all sources for 5 seconds. For the talent to work, you must either use a shotgun or a marksman rifle, and since we're using the Scorpio, we are good. This is another talent increasing the damage our team does. Something I didn't know and I learned while I was doing some research for this video is the fact that this talent, opportunistic, is a multiplicative one, just like the True Patriot talent and just like the Scorpion talent. So if we combine all those 3 together and if they're active at the same time, our team will get a 43% of amplified damage. However, that wasn't enough. Moving on, we have another way to increase our team's damage. As you can see here, I'm running the firewall specialization and there are 2 reasons for that. First of all, we get the firewall tactical link talent. Allies deal plus 10% damage to enemies that are within 10 meters of you. So that's another damage buff. And the second reason is the Striker Shield. The Striker Shield is a modified version of the Crusader Shield, allowing the K9 Jetstream flamethrower to be used with it. In addition, and what we're really interested about, the Striker Shield boosts the damage of the user and all the allies behind them based on the number of enemies in front of the shield. Damage bonus per enemy is 12%, so that's why you see, or you will see in the gameplay that I will show you in a couple of minutes, You see me try to run in front of my team and get in the face of the enemy NPCs, so I can, have as many enemies inside my shield cone or whatever it's called, in order to get the damage buff to my teammates. To all the people I annoy by blocking their shots, I'm sorry, I just try to help. The last piece I want to talk about is the tardigrade exotic chest piece. Last way of helping our team is by keeping them alive. Whenever you or any ally's armor breaks, they gain 80% of your armor as bonus armor for 10 seconds. Cooldown per ally is 45 seconds, and we can remove the cooldown if we kill someone with our specialization weapon. We won't do that, however, because it's not worth changing from our Scorpio to the flamethrower. We just offer so much extra damage to our team when we have our Scorpio out, it's not even worth changing out of it. I want to note here that the talent description says 80% of our armor as bonus armor, so my team will receive 80% of my total armor as bonus armor, not their total armor. So it's important to have 6 blue cores to obviously make this as effective as possible. This is also a very nice change, simply because being able to offer 80% of our armor as bonus armor to my teammates, that's also very helpful, because most of the people in Countdown will run some sort of red build and they might lack some armor, and instead of just giving them 700k or 700k or 900k or 1 million that they might have, we're offering them, I think this build that I'm showing you right now has about 2 million total armor, so 80% of that is actually quite a lot. Now, moving on to the rest of the pieces that I'm using, as you can see, nothing crazy about it here. The gear set pieces have a core attribute of armor, and I tried to roll in there as much hazard protection and as much as explosive resistance, simply to be able to survive any sort of status effects that might come my way, or any explosives while I'm in front of everybody and enemy drones might come in my face. I haven't tried that build in Legendary because I have a different sort of tank and support build I'm running in the Legendary missions that I will make a video about maybe sometime next week. This build for playing Countdown has been super fun and seems to be super efficient, because as you can see the gameplay in the background, when you get all your stacks in the enemies, everything just goes down super easy, especially if you have a team that's actually good with their builds already. The part of Countdown that this build will be most useful at is, of course, the last part of the Countdown, the part where you have to go fight the hunters, fight the black tusk helicopters coming again. You want to be able to take down the hunters as fast and as easy as possible in order to make it in time. This build is also obviously not for everyone. If you're not enjoying playing as a support, then you're not gonna enjoy playing with this build. If you want to be as tanky as humanly possible, this is not a build for you, because as you can see, even though we have a lot of armor, we don't have the talents to make us a strong tank, so to say. We will go down quite easily. True Patriot is also not really a tanky gear set, so our survivability is better than a red build survivability or a DPS survivability, but it's not as good as the tank ones. You need to keep that in mind. As you will see, what I'm doing in the gameplay in the background most of the time is I find an enemy, go shoot him with my Scorpio as many times as I need to get all my stacks on him, all my True Patriot debuff, all my Scorpio stacks, and of course the perfectly opportunistic, and then I move on to the next one. Scorpio offering that crowd control effects with the socks and the disorientation and all that kind of stuff helps me with my survivability, because I will shoot an enemy, get my stacks up there, get him soak, run to the next one without having to worry if that guy actually shoots me in the back, because by the time I get to the next enemy, my team has already killed him. And pretty much rinse and repeat until a big group of enemies comes out, where I just pray to God that my stacks go to everybody and my team can kill them in time. So that was it pretty much, guys. If you have any questions about the build, please make sure to leave a comment down below letting me know. I hope that you found the video helpful and you enjoyed it. If you did, and if you want to support the channel, make sure to drop a like and to subscribe. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye bye.